So as you guys can see behind me, EA went ahead and dropped Team Builders Release 5 today, highlighted by 99 overall Emmanuel Sanders. Let's go ahead and take a look at the cards and let you guys know which ones are most worth buying in Madden 25. Okay guys, so if you've never played and used the Team Builder promo before, all it is every single team gets their own base level hero card that actually gets 2 times their team chemistry. So right here behind me, as you can see there, you got a Mitch Morse for the Jaguars, Taylor Moton for the Panthers, Frank Ragnow then for the Lions. All of those are going to be getting 2 times their own team's chemistry. We're not going to talk about those cards because they don't get any kind of discounted abilities, and they're not really cards that I would recommend picking up and using on your team unless you actually plan on just having them in your lineup for extra team chemistry boost. But what I will be talking about and discussing are going to be these actual champions and then the set master card if it's worth actually building that set. So guys, starting off, we're going to talk about each of the division champions. Like we said, each division gets a champion though, just if you're new to the promo. So right here for the AFC East, we've got Jordan Poyer, Trey Hendrickson for the AFC North, Laramie Tunsil for the AFC South, and so on and so forth throughout all the divisions. Each card, each champion, which in this case are all the 97s, actually get not double team chemistry. They actually get every single team chemistry in that division. So for Jordan Poyer, he gets Bills, Dolphins, which he already got Bills and Dolphins, but then he also gets Patriots and Jets. Again, he also does though have Eagles and Browns, so they do also get any other teams they have also played for. So Jordan Poyer right here, drop it into him. 6 foot, 6 foot, 191, 96 speed, 95 excel, 97 tackle, 90 play rec, 97 pursuit, 94 man coverage, 97 zone coverage, and 97 hit power. So he can lay the boom for sure and actually has really good zone coverage stats, but only 96 speed on a DB right now in the game is not too great. But if you have him on a 40 out of 40, like I would probably have him on an Eagles team, he'd be a 98 speed, so it's definitely still good enough, don't get me wrong. 6 foot tall on him, so he's not short by any means either. But then if we go ahead and take a look at his boost, his actual abilities right here, because that's EA, that's the game right now. It's make or break with abilities. So if we look at his one AP discounted slot, it's going to be on the ball for 1, chuck out, tip drill, medium route KO. Tip drill actually is for 0 there, unfakeable, outmatched, mid zone KO, flat zone KO, spin cycle, out my way, pick artist for 0, jukebox for 1, stonewalled, goal line stuff, deflator, form tackler, and extra pop. Then the same thing for this slot right here. Everything is the exact same except mid zone KO is actually 2 in this slot. I believe it was just 1 in this one. Yes, it was. So this slot is going to be a little bit more pricey, but in here he also gets deep end zone for 1 AP, and then inside stuff, outside stuff, or he's not going to get that just because he doesn't have the block shed ratings there. This slot's not going to be anything discounted, and then they get 2 custom ability buckets at the end, which in his case, he's going to get flat zone KO for 0, mid zone KO for 1, pick artist for 1, and deflator for 1. So on this card, you could run, if you wanted to, 1 AP flat zone, 1 AP secure tackler, 2 AP mid zone. Honestly, what I would recommend if you're going to have this card, run the 0 AP pick artist, run the 0 AP flat zone KO, and run the 1 AP mid zone. So how you would get that is in this first slot here, this first discounted slot, add pick artist here, then add flat zone KO here, and then mid zone KO in this slot. It's going to cost you 1 AP total, and you're basically going to be, if you're from like 15 yards deep down, they're not going to be able to catch that ball. Absolutely not. No way. And if we go ahead and take a look at his price, if he's decently priced, he may actually be worth it. But 780K currently, they've been out for a few hours now. And I don't think that 780K for this card is worth it at all, especially when you can get cards for way cheaper that are going to do exactly the same thing. Like Jalen Ramsey, he's going to be a way better option than this. Now, he might not get all of those same theme teams, but Jalen Ramsey, he actually even boosts himself up +1 speed and all other corners +1 speed. So I would recommend getting him. Another guy I would look at would be Patrick Peterson. He can do the same exact thing. Both of those being combine guards, and that's just unfortunately the way that it is. The combine guards they dropped were absolutely souped, so it's to be expected that they're really good and still have life in the game. So 780K for Jordan Poyer, I'm gonna say not worth buying. Now, if he drops down to maybe around that 500K price point, then I would have a lot better conversation. about picking him up. Next is going to be Trey Hendrickson. He's going to be a right end right here. He's coming in with 91 speed, 97 acceleration, 89 strength, 94 tackle, 90 play rec, 95 block shed, 95 power move, and 98 finesse move on him. 6'4", 270, so he is a big boy, absolutely. Only 91 speed, but 97 acceleration should make up for that. His discounted buckets for 1 AP, he's going to get secure tackler, unfakeable reach, elite goal line stuff, out my way, strip specialist, Mr. Big Stop, adrenaline rush, run stopper, extra credit, no outsider, speedster, instant rebate, unpredictable demoralizer, interior threat, deflator, crusher, extra pop, and form tackler. Same thing in this slot as well, but he's going to get some extra pass rushing ability, so he'll get BOGO. Edge threat actually costs him 2 in this slot. El Toro, enforcer, inside stuff, outside stuff, we already talked about that. Defensive rally, double or nothing is going to be 2 AP in this slot. Secure tackler for 1 in here. And then for his custom ability buckets, his last 2, they're both going to be the same, but no outsiders for 0, edge threat for 1, secure tackler for 1, and goal line stuff for 1. If I were you guys and you were running this card, I would run edge threat, no outsiders, and probably a secure tackler on him, just because I think that would probably be the best setup if you're going to use him as an end. If you're going to use him as a defensive tackle, I would do the same exact thing, except change that no outsiders for inside stuff. And if we go ahead and look at his price, he is going to be coming in at around that same price, at 750k plus mark. Now, unlike Jordan Poyer, where if Jordan Poyer dropped around that 500-600k mark, I would consider picking up this guy. Absolutely not, especially because if we go ahead and take a look at his X factors, he's not going to be getting any starting on X factors, which is literally the meta in the game with your defensive line, is to have starting on like Colossus, Unstoppable Force, stuff like that, that's going to actually get you stops quick rather than having to charge up throughout the game just normally by passively getting stats. So Trey Hendrickson, I would say, is not worth buying in Madden 25. Next is going to be Laramie Tunsil, left tackle for the Houston Texans. Actually just recently got traded to the Washington Commanders, but he's going to be coming in 6'5", 313. That is a big boy. 93 strength, 93 awareness, 98 pass block, 98 pass block power, 98 pass block finesse, 96 run block, 96 run block power, and 97 run block finesse on him. He's going to be, like I said, 6'5", 313. Absolute unit out there. Adding that training to him to get the last 2 slots. But in these slots right here, my apologies, sir. He's going to be getting Puller Elite for 1, Lifeguard for 1, Natural Talent, Run Protector, Pass Protector all day, Linchpin, and Omniscient, all for 1 AP there. In this next slot, he's going to be getting all of that and then some. So he's going to get Post Up Identifier, Edge Protector, Lifeguard, Nasty Streak, just trying to call out the ones that I didn't recognize in the first slot. All of those also for 1 AP. Then for the custom bucket, in his last bucket, he's going to be getting 1 AP Edge Protector, 0 AP all day, Natural Talent for 1, and Pass Protector for 1. And then if we go ahead and look at his price right now, he's going to be coming in at a whopping 771k. If I were you guys, my personal recommendation, do not buy this card. Go ahead and buy the, my apologies, it was slipping my mind there for a second, but if I were you guys, I would actually go out and buy the Jordan Mailata Team of the Year card. He's going to be way cheaper than this, and he's going to actually get, I believe, at least two 0 AP abilities, and actually I think you could have up to 3 or 4 of those on him. So Jordan Mailata is going to be a way better option than Laramie Tunsil, and for over 700k, I just cannot see buying it. Even if he drops around that 600k mark, his abilities discounts are just not good enough for me to want to go ahead and buy him. So I would stay away from Laramie Tunsil there. Now we get a quarterback, a 97 overall quarterback right here in Jordan Love, representing the AFC or the NFC North. My apologies. He's going to be coming in with the 87th speed, 97 throw power, 98 short accuracy, 96 medium accuracy, 95 deep accuracy, 98 throw under pressure, 96 throw on the run, and 90 play action. 6'4", 219. So he's got good size on him if that matters to you in your quarterback. And then if we go ahead and take a look at his first discounted bucket, he's going to be getting Gunslinger for 2, Red Zone Deadeye for 1, the same with Sleight of Hand, Spin Cycle, Gutsy Scrambler, Lofting Deadeye, Jukebox Protected, Conductor, Anchored Extender, and Quick Draw. Then in this bucket, same thing, but maybe a little bit more. Gunslinger is actually going to cost you 3 here, but then you can get Roaming Deadeye, Human Joystick, Jukebox, Spin Cycle, Bulldozer if he does actually hit that 87 truck threshold, which I highly doubt. High Point Deadeye, Tank on him, as well as Backyard QB costing 3 on him. Yuck. But if we look at the last 2 discounted slots, he's going to be getting Red Zone Deadeye for 0, Gunslinger for 1, Conductor for 1, and Protected for 1. So if you were to run this card, the best stack you could probably run on him is going to be in these last 2 buckets, putting Gunslinger and Conductor on him. That's going to cost you 6 AP total. Then coming down here and putting on Backyard QB, and you're going to be spending 5 AP total on your quarterback. Now you're going to get every single hot route in the game, and unless if you wanted to, actually what you probably should do instead is put Master Tactician on and then save this Conductor spot and put it on another ability in here. You could put it on Protected just to maybe give yourself some extra protection in the pocket, or put on Red Zone Deadeye. Just really depends, because then you could run 1 AP Gunslinger, 0 AP Red Zone Deadeye, and then in this bucket here use Master Tactician for 3 instead of Backyard QB, because it's everything that Backyard QB is, and then it adds on the QB Playmaker ability that they do not give you within Backyard QB, or the Conductor ability, the faster hot routes that does not give you. So that is what I would go ahead and run, and that's going to still cost you, like we said, it's going to cost you 5 AP total, 880k for a 5 AP total quarterback. I honestly just cannot justify buying this guy when I know that he doesn't have the best release in the game, when Dontari Poe still does, and Dontari Poe is a lot more fun to use. You could scramble out of the pocket, he gets Escape Artist on him and Tank, and he does have Truz as a starting on X Factor ability. So in my opinion, Jordan Love is not going to be a cop. So I would stay away from Jordan Love unless you're an AFC or an NFC North theme teamer and you just want to add him on there since he gets your theme team chem. Whatever, I completely understand. Next, we've got Antoine Winfield representing the NFC South right here. 97 overall, free safety, 5'9". I'm gonna tell you guys off the rip, don't buy him. Don't buy him. I don't care what these stats look like. I don't care what the abilities are. He is 5'9". Unless you want him as a looper, which I completely understand. If he's 5'9", you might want him as a looper. But if you are going to try to actually use him as a DB, do not do it. Use him as a looper, and that's it. Okay? Okay, so 97 speed, 97 acceleration, 97 tackle, 93 man, 97 zone on him, 203 pounds, 5'9". Like we said, he's just very, very, very tiny. Here are his discounted, first discounted bucket right here. 1 AP mid zone on him is pretty cool. Then in the last 2 buckets, he's going to be getting Deflator for 0, Crusher for 1, Flat Zone KO for 1, and Goal Line Stuff for 1. So he gets absolutely terrible abilities, which I shouldn't even say terrible, because I mean, he technically could run out there with a 1 AP mid-zone KO and a 0 AP pick artist, which isn't bad, but you can get that on virtually every single player or every single good DB in the game and don't have to spend 750 to 800k on him, and there's none even on the PlayStation auction house of him. So Antoine Winfield, I would stay away unless you're wanting to use him as a looper, in which case, you sweaty freak, go ahead and buy him. Next, we've got Deron Bland. He's going to be representing the NFC East right here, but he's going to be coming in at a 98 base speed, which is huge. He's going to be one of the fastest corners in the game, if not the fastest. But 6 foot tall, 197, 97 acceleration, 97 man coverage, 98 zone coverage, and a 95 press on him. Again, representing the AFC or the NFC East, so he will be getting all of these theme team chemistries. And then for his discounted buckets, he is a zone archetype, which that may or may not matter. I guess we'll see. But mid zone for 1 AP in the slot. Flat zone for 1 AP, pick artist for 0, that's cool. Pick artist for 1 in the next slot, secure tackler in here, again another 2 AP mid zone in that slot. And then for the last 2 slots, pick artist for 0, enforcer for 1, secure tackler for 1, and unfakeable for 1, which is really unfortunate because I feel like they could have made these cards 1,000 times better if they just gave them decent abilities in the last 2 buckets. Like Jordan Poyer is probably the best out of all the ones I've seen so far, just because if we actually go back and look at him and his card, his last 2 buckets I felt like were decent, unless I'm just completely mistaken. I thought that they were actually decent on him. Yeah, he gets mid zone and pick artist in the last 2 buckets, which I mean the pick artist isn't discounted, it's still 1 AP on him in there anyways. So, but I mean, it's still a decent bucket. Still a decent bucket. That's what we'll call it. But what you could run on him is mid zone for 1 AP, then pick artist for 0, and then secure tackler for 1. That costs you 2 total for secure tackler, mid zone, and pick artist. Kind of up to you. But again, guys, for that 700k price point, we already talked about certain corners already, but like Byron Jones, Patrick Peterson, Jalen Ramsey, just get all of the NFL combine corners, and you could probably maybe even get two of them. I shouldn't say that. Maybe you could get one of them and then another combine card just for the price of this DaRon Bland. And that honestly is going to set your team better up than just buying this DaRon Bland. Now, if you have every card in the game and you just want to know if the card's good, the card's going to be good, but as far as ability wise and in terms of AP cost versus what he's going to give you, I would say DaRon Bland not worth it. Next, though, we got Quentin Johnson, wide receiver for the Chargers, representing the AFC West. He's going to be coming in at 6'4", 98 speed. So think of this as your Randy Moss if you didn't end up getting the chance to buy him or pull him when he was in packs. But 96 speed, or 98 speed, my apologies, 96 short route running, 97 medium route running, and 97 deep route running, which is absolutely insane on him. 6'4", 215, like we already talked about. And then if we look at his abilities, for 1 AP, mid elite, mid out elite, run off elite, bulldozer, slot apprentice, outside apprentice, armbar, jukebox, spin cycle, backlash, matchup nightmare, grab and go. Then if we look at the last two, the custom buckets, he's going to be getting outside apprentice for 0, deep in elite for 1, jukebox for 1, and third down threat for 1. Now jukebox is a very good ability. He actually gets it. He gets it still for 1 AP in this slot, which is kind of upsetting just because it would have been nice to see him actually get it for 0. But you could run 1 AP jukebox and 1 AP human joystick, spend 2 AP on your receiver. Kind of up to you. That is a lot just to use on a receiver, though. Just like I said, depends on your person. But he is 6'4", 98 speed, so there's nothing that can be taken away from him there. Anyways, 780k, still just a little too rich for my blood, guys. If he was down to maybe around that 600 or lower mark, and what he probably will fall there, but just because this Emmanuel Sanders right here is currently in the game, and I think you need all of these guys to actually complete this set for him, I'm going to say stay away from Quentin Johnson. Again, if he drops in price and he is down to around 600k or maybe even lower than that, then I would definitely consider it, because he's going to be, not everybody has speed now just because of the theme teams in the game and the chemistries and everything, but not everybody has height, and he's got 6'4" of it. Last champion right here is going to be for my Los Angeles Rams, representing the NFC West, Kobe the Conductor Turner, coming in at 97 overall, 88 speed, 93 acceleration, 93 strength, 96 tackle, 96 block shed, 97 power move, only an 84 finesse move. Kind of rude, but whatever. 6'2", 288 on him. So he is, again, a big boy. I'm sure you guys have heard me say it 1,000 times. But for his first discounted slot, he's going to get secure tackler for 1, reach elite, unfakeable both for 1. In goal line stuff should also get, and no outsiders and inside stuff discounted as well on him. Then in this slot, he actually is going to get some extra pass rushing abilities, like BOGO for 1, edge threat for 2. Oh, sorry, double or nothing for 2 as well in this slot, if you want some of those extra pass rushing abilities. And then in this last final slot, he's going to get run stopper for 0, interior threat for 1, extra credit for 1, and reach elite for 1. Just not appealing at all. I would not buy, just because he's going to be an 88 speed defensive tackle. You go a lot better in getting a defensive end and putting him at defensive tackle, and he's going to give you better production than what this Kobe Turner would. And now the last card, we saw that it said he was selling for like 5 million coins. That's absolutely insane. But this is the Team Builders champion that you have to put all the cards in the set for. It's going to be Emmanuel Sanders, 98 speed. He's a gold 99, but 98 speed, 99 strength, 97 medium route running, 97 deep route running, 5'11", 180. So he's not big by any means, but he's going to be the fastest, or the second fastest, I believe. Maybe he's even tied for the second fastest base speed receiver in the game. But for his discounted buckets, he actually gets all of these for 0, which is really nice. It's about time. But we get mid elite, mid out elite, run off elite, bulldozer, slot apprentice, outside apprentice, armbar, jukebox, spin cycle, backlash, matchup nightmare, and grab and go. Next slot is going to be 1 AP. He gets mid in, all of the same abilities, except he gets slot-o-matic for 1, human joystick for 1 in that slot as well. This slot is not actually, oh, my apologies, it is discounted, which is pretty nice here. It's going to be route tech for 2, wide receiver apprentice for 1, the same thing with short in elite, deep out elite, deep in elite, short out elite, outside apprentice, slot-o-matic, tank, bruiser, playmaker, evasive, acrobat, backyard wide receiver, third down threat, tireless runner, steamroller, short elite, mid elite, and deep elite is then going to cost you 2 AP. Then in the last 2 buckets, he's going to get route tech for 2, grab and go for 1 and playmaker for 1, and then in the last slot he's going to get human joystick for 0 and slot-o-matic for 1. Now that means that on this card you could run human joystick, you could run tank for 1 AP, and you could run yourself like a jukebox for 0 if you don't care about the route running abilities like mid in or mid out, or short in, short out, deep in, deep out, or the outside or slot apprentice abilities to give you extra routes, which is kind of up to you if you care about those or not. But he's 4.5 mil right now to actually go out there and make total to add all those cards in and actually selling for that price, which is absolutely insane. I don't know why anybody would go out and buy a 5 million coin card. Don't do it. Don't do it. Emmanuel Sanders, he's absolutely insane, but is he actually worth it? No, he's not 4.5 million coins worth of a card. Absolutely not. No card is. But that's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. If you have any questions, leave them down there as well. I will be sure to answer all of those, as I always do. And it's been all from Boy Dynamic, y'all. If you didn't notice, I have a new camera. I'm not just looking extra sexy today. So I hope you guys did enjoy, like I said. And I'm out, y'all. Peace.